Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language episode 532.
The sexiest podcast on the network.
Beer, beer,
I
beer,
mean, I
beer,
can play that.
beer. Nah.
Too late.
God.
Too late. People get deaf
Too late.
the first 10 seconds of the show. Take that.
Huh?
Exactly right.
Hey, Tony, I was looking at the numbers for our most recent episode, and oddly enough, no one seems to listen past the first 4 seconds.
That shit's crazy. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, people be wilding out.
People be wild. I should have brought 2 spicy waters up here with me. I'm almost done with this one already.
Oh, my God.
I got this, situation going on here.
Well, you're an old man.
I know. Well, dude, you know what I do have, though? The champagne of beers.
Oh, boy.
I don't know
Living
why I opted to buy that. Oh, you know what? Actually, I do know why. It's something we've been talking about a lot on this podcast lately. By a lot,
Yeah.
I mean just like last week.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Apologies for the 4-hour show.
Yeah, sorry about that. I seriously did not
I didn't
realize
we're
I
talking
lost
that long.
complete control on that one.
But
Yeah.
anywho, listening to Taste Buds.
Yeah.
Right? And old Joe DeRosa's talking about how delicious and how much he loves like an ice cold Miller High Life.
Yeah.
And I remember
It's
the
weird.
last time I had a Miller High Life, it was trash.
I know quite a few people that is their, everyday beer, basically.
I've heard that too. And the way he's talking about it, and I know he knows food, I'm like, I should give it a try sometime again. Because when I
Yeah.
had it, I was like a yellow belt beer drinker.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So I was in the local K. Rogers, Kroger's. Had to get
Yeah.
some odds and ends, and I was like, I need some beer because it's the weekend. And the only thing I have in my fridge is like a Dragon's Milk and a double two-hearted. It's all beer that I don't want to just
Easy
pound.
sipping. Yeah. No, those are easy sippers.
Easy. Well, it is. I mean, you're right. It is an easy sipper. But I want
Right.
something I can just take the bottle to the face.
Right.
Went down smooth and easy.
Yeah.
And-
Probably not the move with those beers.
You'd be surprised. Oh, you mean the ones with the Dragon's Milk and stuff?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah.
No. Not if you like consciousness.
And who does? I mean, let's be.
You're right. But, yeah, so I was in the beer aisle, and I'm looking at the craft beer, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll just go get some Coors Banquet.
Yeah.
But the problem with Banquet beers are you either need to buy like a 6-pack or like a 24-pack.
Right.
There's no real middle ground.
Right.
And it's one of those things I'm like, I'm going to need probably more than 6 beers for this weekend. Because beer math. But
Yeah.
I don't have room in my fridge for 24.
Right. Well, that's the other problem is it's something I always used to hate is when you go to some of the beer places and they're always like ice cold beer. And you're like, that's great for when it's like, hey, let's go grab some beer and head to a party, or let's go grab some beers because we're out.
Let's go grab some beers and head to the parking lot.
But it's not as great when you're like, hey, I'm going to buy some beers for the house.
Yeah.
Because now they're all cold. Either I got to pretty much keep them in the fridge.
Or just get massively drunk in my backyard immediately.
Right. Because you don't want them to get warm and then cold again. You know, it's
for sure.
So there's some times where I'm like, because I've been in that scenario too, where I'll think about buying something that's an easy drinker at home, and I'll look at it and it'll be the same thing. Be like, do I want 6? Is 6 enough?
Yeah, it's weird.
24 or 30 is too many.
Yeah.
Ish. Only because I don't have room.
Yeah, exactly.
If
That's
I
my
had room,
problem. I don't have the room. I mean, I do if I start throwing food in the garbage.
You know what would solve this
Beer
problem?
fridge.
Damn right.
Yeah, I know. I'm still working on that.
I need one too. I just don't know where I'd put it.
You need to build a structure outside just for the fridge.
Well, I have a shed.
There you go.
We have a shed.
Just run
That's
electricity to it.
That'd be funny as hell. Like that's all we have, and there's like a lawnmower and a beer fridge.
No.
That's all.
Not even a lawnmower. It's just like easy chairs, a TV.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, just turn the whole shed into a thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I get you. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But yeah, so I was looking at, and I'm like, you know what? Let me go get some banquets. Nah, not with the selection they're having, but like right up next to the banquets. Well, one, which was I put on my Instagram story, the monotony. Someone was in the beer aisle with a cake, and they're like, you know what? Fuck this cake. I need beer. Which
Dude,
I saw
hilarious. A few days ago, I went to get like a 24-pack of Coke, and right above the shelf, there was someone had gotten one of them rotisserie chickens and ate both the wings off of it. Or not the wings, I'm sorry, the drumsticks.
Right.
And that was it. They left the rest of the chicken, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I wonder if they stood there eating it or if they like crouched down or
just kind of peruse
like,
the store, munching on it.
Right. Yeah, just walking around eating a drummy or something. It was very strange.
What kind of human does that?
I mean, they must have been hungry. I don't know.
I guess.
Yeah. Odds are there's a good chance it might. There's over at the one I go to. There's off and on like people asking for money and whatnot in the parking lot and stuff. So it wouldn't surprise me if maybe they
driving by me, bro.
Yeah. Well. Hey, I give you something every time I spit on you. No, that was, I was kind of, it might be that. But then again, it could just be some savage walking around going, yeah, this sounds good, and just rip off some chicken.
I'm so hungry. I'm going to get one of these rotisserie chickens to go home. And then they just start munching on it. They're like, you know what? I'm pretty good now. Yeah. I feel better.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's been a couple times where I'm like, man, this is going to be a long trip. I've considered grabbing one and just kind of munching on it around the store. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Just, picking some chicken off of there, put my greasy ass hands all over everything.
Right. You just got some of that like minute rice microwave packs or in the break room. Like, what are you doing? Do I know you? Nah, it's fine, bro. I just need this for a minute. I
just need the microwave. Don't worry about it.
Is that an unopened package of paper plates? Shut your mouth.
Yeah. Got everything back there: napkins, paper plates,
stuff pulled off the shelf.
Yeah. Yep.
there's a 6-pack of Backwoods Bastard missing a bottle.
A bottle. Come on now.
Fair enough.
Beer mat, Tony. Beer mat.
Speaking of beer mat, though, but yeah. So right next to the discarded cake was Miller High Life.
I don't know. See, the way I saw your picture was like it was suggestive marketing.
Like cake and beer.
Right? Well, if you're drinking the champagne and beers, you're clearly celebrating something.
Celebrating something.
So you need a cake.
You need a cake.
Or a rotisserie chicken, whichever.
Yeah.
Dude, that's from now on for birthdays, we're getting rotisserie chickens and sticking candles in them.
Chicken cake. I love it. I should take a picture of my beers. Yeah, so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna get a High Life, because into my head when I first started thinking about indulging in the High Life.
Yeah,
it's a good shot. I was like, well, I'll go to a bar that has it and get like one, just to try it. But weird, you don't really see it on a menu at bars, really.
Yeah, not at most of the ones we've been to. I'm sure there's plenty that have it, but.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I don't remember where. I can't remember now. Because I drank some off and on for a little bit, and then I don't know. It's just not my thing.
Well, I gotta say,
it's fine when it's cold.
It's like I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, like ice cold, it's not bad, but once it starts to warm up a little bit, I'm like, about it. So
I'm even like
drinking fast.
I could even do it like I don't want to warm like a nice stout.
Yeah,
but when it's starting to warm up a little bit, I'm still like I could still But my thing is like it goes down so fast.
Well, sure, because it's
Speaking of the High Life, we got one right here, buddy. But it's I don't know. I mean, it might be not my go-to per se, but it might be in the rotation of cheap domestics that I tend to buy.
especially because, like you said, how many times with Banquet, it's 6 or 24 or whatever. So
Plus, I mean,
yeah.
if you're looking at beer math financially,
Yes.
I got a 12-pack of this for $9.99.
Right.
I've paid over $20 for a 4-pack before.
Right.
So I'm just saying that I know what I'm getting into here.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's true. It is much friendlier on the wallet.
Granted, I'm wearing a nice, delicious Ohio brewery shirt, but I also have a ham hats on and sweatpants. So,
yeah.
If I had a wife beater on, I'd look like fucking Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
You're a man whose shirt says "I know what I'm doing," but your hat and pants say "I don't give a
exactly.
fuck." Yeah.
Yeah, my hat and my pants say, I should be like smacking Michelle around and oogling my sister's Facebook or something.
Right. Wow, that's quite a statement. I'm sure Tony's comments do not reflect the fine people at Hams who we would love to have sponsor us.
Ding.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I know we had Hams the last time we went to.
Dude, we could be like, you could be like, shut your face or get the back of me Hams.
I mean, I'm not mad at this.
And act like the commercial looks like you're gonna slap somebody, but instead you just like zoom in real quick with a, like you're gonna slap them, but you have a Hams in your hand, and then you're like, here you go,
there you go, bud.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I know we had a Hams when we went to the Tin Can.
Mm-hmm.
We also somehow didn't get roofied, which is cool.
True. Yeah.
Apparently that's a big thing down there.
I think our age is why we're out of the demographic.
I just figured it was like iocane powder. We were slowly roofing ourselves, so we couldn't fall victims to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's like we walked in there and they were probably like, "What are these two geezers doing
basically. Here?" That is a young man's bar.
Oh, for sure, that's a college
but
bar.
I don't remember if I enjoyed Hams or not.
Dude, we slammed some Hams when we did the one sweet and salty
that's
language.
True. You bought those ham tall boys.
Yeah.
That's right. Like I remember why it's not it's like one of these.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing terrible. It's just your kind of fairly well hydrated piss color Pilsner.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, or is it a lager? I don't even know. It's probably a lager.
Yeah, that'd be my guess, but I don't know. I mean, it's a champagne.
Sorry, it's champagne.
Clearly comes from the Champagne region of France.
Yes, clearly.
It would be funny if it did.
It would, wouldn't it? It'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I mean, it says it's established 1903. They've been brewing High Life that long. What's the history of High Life, ladies and gentlemen?
Somebody wanted to get drunk, so they made a beer. Done. I
bet you there's some dope High Life merch too.
There should be, with stuff like the champagne of beers and living the high life, and it's begging for it.
It is. I have to keep churning like I'm on the bridge of the Enterprise, typing my keyboard since it's
because you are.
Yeah, basically yes. American Lager, 4.6 ABV, the champagne of beers.
All right. Perfect.
I know, right? Here, well, I'm going to her homepage now. I got to see. Oh God, of course.
You have to establish that you're 21 first.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do I have to?
I believe you have to turn over your IRS documentation also to prove that you can afford to live the high life.
I'm going to be born in 1985.
Oh my God, you lying son of a bitch! Wouldn't it be funny if a thing popped up and it was like liar?
You liar! I'm not joining their mailing list.
That's all right. I'll sign you up.
1903. A promise kept in 1903. What? I don't even understand.
On his deathbed, John Miller was like, to his son, John Miller Jr., of course. He was like, "Son, my dying wish, make the champagne of beers." And there you go. That's the story.
That is the story. You know what I'm very sad by?
Mm.
There is no merch on this page.
Really?
I can watch a video about see the latest commercials about the high life. They explain it. I can go to
I mean,
her
you could
fucking
probably
Facebook page.
Target probably has a High Life shirt.
I'm just kind of
They may have
upset a little bit.
Yeah. Like where'd you get your Hams hat? They probably have a High Life hat.
Meyer.
Okay.
Wow.
There's a shot there.
Their website. Boys, who does your website? This image is so stretched out. Oh, Miller High Life.
Clearly, their web developer's not living the high life, or he's living too much of the high life.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it probably looks normal to his drunk ass.
Yeah, they just send in pallets of beer.
Wow, that's so sad.
For research.
I really thought there'd be some like sick merch or something.
Yeah, it's weird because given the world we're in now, where like Arby's has got good merch and shit, you'd think everybody would be like, hey, we got to make sure we have some merch here.
Right.
Also, it'd be like, hey, how about we sell the merch instead of having the merch made by some company and then it's sold at like Target for $10.
Yeah.
When we can make a shirt for and sell it for $20. Jeez. Can we make spoof shirts that say low life on them?
Oh my God, Brian.
Sure. Someone has to have done that already.
Dude. Bro. Just that like Miller logo that kind of looks like
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I typed in Miller low life and it immediately popped up. Yeah. So
that's unfortunate. I thought we were onto something.
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't. I 100% was like, I'm sure someone's already done this.
That's funny, though.
It is. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Now I kind of want to order one of these shirts.
I mean, I still kind of want to steal it, if I'm being honest.
That's fair.
Because they got this, they got the girl in the moon. And what if we just put our head in there? And just like, we need to have two of us on sitting on, I don't know, a crescent moon that's like whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Bottom up. Or some
right.
shit. Looks like a bowl. And then we're cheersing each other. And there are faces in there. And it'd just be, podcast low lives.
Damn it. Let's relaunch the show. I like this idea for our show name.
Podcast low lives.
Yeah, sorry, folks. Salty Language is done. This is now the Low Lives podcast.
I mean, we don't have to, end the Salty Language. We could just, do podcast Low Life season 1 starting next week.
I mean, I guess, yeah. All right, fine.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. Somebody already has a Low Life podcast.
But it's a podcast Low Lives.
Oh, no.
Yeah, fuck those guys. He only has one Low Life. We've got two.
Apparently, it's a horror comedy which features a chupacabra exterminator and a marine biology student who become unlikely allies while solving a monstrous murder.
You lost me at chupacabra exterminator.
I think it's something from...
That's too specialized.
Oh, right.
What, do you go to school for that?
Yes.
How do you know how to exterminate a chupacabra?
Because they teach you in school.
But where?
I don't know. Probably Chupacabra Killer Tech or something. I don't know.
That'd be pretty. That'd be a sweet college football logo.
Yeah.
The murderous chupacabras.
Right. The murdering.
Yeah.
Murdering chupacabras. Yeah.
Chupacabra. That's a fun word
now
to
I'm
say.
Just picturing chupacabra with like a neck or a bandana like up around its face like it's a a bandit or something.
Yeah.
Two guns. I don't know why it's a cowboy, but apparently it is.
Right.
Yep.
Good time.
If only.
Good times.
Yep.
What the hell are we talking about? Oh, my beer experience. I don't even know why I brought it up. I'll be honest.
It's
all
either.
Gone. I'll be honest, Brian. I slept like shit last night, so I'm tired.
Awesome.
We went to the gym yesterday, which felt good. Felt good, man. Except for the last weight I picked up.
Right.
Some sort of shockwave down the right side of my body.
That's called an orgasm.
Oh, Man, that's weird. Been doing it wrong my whole life. But it like I don't know what I just twisted wrong. I did something stupid.
Oh yeah, right.
And
well, the stupid thing you did was pick up a weight.
Apparently.
Yeah.
And
Tony, you're in your 40s. You can't do shit like that anymore.
My God. And it was like it just hurt.
Oh, that's
and then like
good.
The kind of hurt where like I could sucked taking my socks off kind of sucked.
Right.
So I just like pounded some aspirin. I went to bed, and it was one of those things I kept waking up like and I'd have to roll, like anything on my right side of my. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be great for work. This is gonna be awesome tomorrow. And then I woke up and I was just a little tight, so I had some more aspirin and went to work. And as I was working, it kind of like worked itself out, whatever I did. It feels fine now.
Well, that's good because, normally, knowing the difference between, pain and what, like the normal, like you're working out and you're just like, this is hard, but it's not like,
oh no, it was the kind of pain that I was like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I feel the burn.
Right.
Yeah, no, it was oh Jesus,
Like, I heard a pop.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's like, yeah, it's still a little tight. Yeah. But yesterday, if I breathed deep, it hurt.
Oh,
like
fun.
It was not a good time. So I slept like trash. So I might be a little off my game tonight. Plus, high life.
Right, yeah. That happens.
But yeah. Oh man. Oof. I feel like there's something else at the gym too that happened, but I don't know, I'm drawing a blank now. I was just glad there was no naked old dudes down there.
No, that's too bad.
Although I was telling the story to Michelle yesterday because after the gym, there was the time before we went. Like, I'm so excited, so glad there was no swarm of naked. Jesus Christ!
What is with the wind chimes?
That's my Ring doorbell, and Bugs love the little lights on it.
Oh,
so I get motion alerts every once in a while when a bug's like, "Oh, let's check that out, guys." Anywho, but so the time before I was like changing, getting ready to put my workout gear on, and this whole room was full of old dudes, like way too many. I don't know what was going on. Yeah, and most of them are in tighty whities or they're naked because that's how they roll. And I'm like, they're all in their tighty whities, and I'm in these bright red boxer briefs that just has a nutcracker face on my dick because I got them from Shinesty when I was getting their underwear every month.
Right.
And I was just like, oh God, they probably think like, who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah, probably.
Like, yeah, I like dropped my work pants. I looked down. I'm like, of course I was wearing these. I just grab them out of the drawer in the morning. Don't even pay attention.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Fun times.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Dang.
Well, maybe they'll think you're crazy and stay away or something.
That crazy guy's already I gotta focus. It's that guy's already there.
True.
Oh, God. He was there the last time, too. And
yeah. Well, what you need to do is just cut your ears off.
You'd think with earbuds in, he wouldn't talk to you, but
nah, because he's not from that generation. He probably just thinks they're hearing aids.
Hey, you're probably right.
It's kind of weird that young guy's got those hearing aids in. I better go talk to him.
I better go yell so he can hear me. Asshole.
Yeah.
How about you, Brian? How are things?
Yeah, things are fine.
Things are fine?
Yeah. A little tummy issue yesterday.
We are recording late this week.
Yeah, I just felt like garbage. Right. Overnight, I don't know, something I eat just, it wasn't like food poisoning. It was just like, that's just that where your stomach just like you have cramps all night and it's just nothing really happens. It just sucks.
Not a good time.
Yeah, you'd almost like, how it is, like like you wish something would happen because at least then you think you like, hey, I'll feel better at least if whatever this is just gets out of me.
Right. Like, oh, thank God, I know at least there's a cause.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, I'm just gonna cramp and feel yucky for all day, and I just was really not feeling it last night.
I mean, in hindsight, I'm glad you didn't hear, because the whole time I just would have been like,
I'm holding my stomach the whole time. You're holding your shoulder, rib area.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, last night when I was like, one of the times I woke up in the middle of the night, I'm like, man, I might have to call off of work if I don't feel better in the morning, and I did, so whatever.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
God, had some pizza for dinner, and it's coming back up, buddy. Sucks.
Yeah, that's what I had earlier too. So.
Threw down on some fucking Cocoa House pizza, bro.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Marco's, a nice local chain for us in our area.
Yeah.
Although, here's the thing. All right, with COVID, right, they set up all kinds of new protocols.
Sure.
And one of them is like, hey, I paid online, I tipped online, leave the shit on my porch.
Right.
And the previous time we got Marco's, when you were over, the guy knocked on the door. And I was like, well, maybe my little note I left them wasn't clear enough. So I ordered through the app again, and it saves all your information. And it was just like, leave on front porch. So I'm like, I deleted it, and I was like, leave on in table within enclosed front porch, comma, thank you.
Yeah.
Perfect, right? Ordered the food. Just sitting on the couch chilling, and then it's like, really? So I pull up my phone, look at my Ring doorbell, and the dude just standing there. And it's like, I left instructions. It's paid for. What?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like if you're not going to listen to the notes, why have the notes section?
Why even have it? So I open up the door, and I'm fighting the stupid dog off.
What you need to do is start opening the door and being like,
like, oh, you're supposed to leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this guy like gives me the biggest, fakest grin I've ever seen in my life. He's like, hey there.
Were you still wearing the boxers?
No, this time I was just in my sweatpants.
Oh, okay. Were they gray?
Oh, they are gray.
Oh boy.
And he's just like, oh, hey there, these are for you. And then that was it. Like, no, like, verification. And it's like, you could have just fucking left the shit on the table.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, I can understand it if you didn't have the enclosed porch.
Yeah.
To where it's like, just leave it on the step. That I could see them going, it's a little weird.
And that's why I like gave it all kinds of details. Like, leave it
or
in
maybe
the porch, on the table, in the front porch. I don't want you to think I have a back enclosed porch or some shit,
Right.
It's like, I don't understand.
That's pretty specific. Yeah.
It's like in this day and age where people are like, just leave the food on the front step now.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. This is a month ago, but on my birthday, some of my Twitter friends ordered a pizza.
Nice.
Well, not just pizza. It's like pizza and the antipasto and breadsticks for me from Pizzapopolis. And, and they were, I was told it would be here around, I don't remember, whatever time, and I'm just like, thinking about it. And then I'm like, oh, I wonder if it's just on the porch. Cause
COVID.
A lot of those delivery drivers that, or my friends may have, put contactless delivery. And sure enough, it was sitting out on the porch, just chilling.
Just chilling. You didn't have some fucking ghoul standing there waiting for you to answer the door so he could give you a big dumb grin?
No, and I'll be honest, I never even heard anybody knock or anything like that. You'd think they would knock at least,
just kind of like well, that's what I thought. I was like, this might be a knock and drop situation.
Yeah, like, hey, it's here kind of a thing. Because I could see that, give you a little heads up that it's here, basically, and then, whatever. But
yeah, let me tell you, they were fucking wicked quick tonight, too. Like, I ordered, and I was just like, all right, because I was trying to time it because Michelle was showing a house. and then it was like 15 minutes. I mean, I got a mark. It was really close to me, but
Yeah, you do.
I mean,
right?
it was
so do I.
fast. Then
Yeah.
I was kind of like thrown off. I'm like, there's no way that's the pizza guy.
Yeah.
Sure enough, pizza guy.
I like that though. That probably means it came straight out the oven and right into the bag into your
I mean,
door.
it was
That's
piping
pretty.
hot. It was good stuff.
Yeah. Didn't sit around for 5 or 10 minutes
Right.
before they left.
Yeah, unlike my lunch pizza tomorrow, will just be chilling in the fridge all night.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we went up to my mom had to get the stickers for her license plate, 'cause her birthday's in about a week here.
Right.
So we hit up Mancino's, which is right by the title office. So yeah, we had that. It was good to see because they had their inside closed for a little while because of staffing issues.
Right.
So where you could get carry out and that or delivery and that was it. And they were open for lunch at least. So
Nice.
and they did a good amount of business while we were there. So that was good to see because
that is a beautiful thing.
I hate to see anybody, lose their business or anything. But
yeah, rest in peace, Greg's Grill.
yeah.
Yeah, one tear.
But yeah, no, it was good though, because it's like I love like a place like that where you can get it because literally they right after it comes out of the oven, it's cut and right to your table. It's like here you go, and you're like yeah, and then there's of course I had to burn the roof of my mouth because
You can't
I
wait.
just can't wait. That's just stupid.
Yeah. I like scar tissue.
Yeah, it was, and sure shit, I did. The first piece I got, couldn't, sit on the plate for a minute and cool off a bit. Nah, right to my
Fuck that, right
face.
to the dome.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh god,
My face.
yep, my beautiful face, it's scarred and disfigured now.
Yeah. It was, like for me, we were just talking about pizza at work today, and I was like, fuck, that sounds so good.
Right?
And eventually, it's like, you know what? We're just gonna get pizza because that just sounds awesome. Haven't
Right.
had it in a while.
Yeah,
Anywho.
a little bit since I've been trying to space it out more, than I used to. Because I mean, obviously, it's no secret I love pizza, but it's not something I should be eating all the time. Plus, I found that in a similar fashion to like your situation, well, not yours, but Michelle's situation with, the red sauce and stuff. I noticed the more tomatoes that I eat, it seems to bother my gout a little bit. So, I've been trying to stay away from that a little bit,
Right.
because, well, the other problem is like whenever we get pizza, we always get too much and then I eat it for like 2 more days.
Yeah, that was my thing because I was like, oh, I have coupons personalized for me. Buy a large, get a free medium.
Right?
Fuck, we need cheese bread too.
Right.
No, we didn't.
That is exactly when we ordered from there. Was it like a week or week and a half ago? That is exactly what it was. I had a coupon that was for like a medium and cheese bread. And I was getting that one pepperoni that they have. And I'm like, well, I better get another one just in case everybody here doesn't like that pepperoni or whatever. So it was like, so we ended up with 2 pizzas and a thing of cheese bread. And there was so much left over.
Yeah, like,
I could have just gotten 1 pizza and cheese bread or just a pizza, honestly.
Like
but
I'm putting the pizza away and I was like, you asshole. What were you thinking?
Right. And in my head, I'm always like, I'll wrap it in some foil, put it in a Ziploc, put it in the freezer, and then when I want some pizza, I can just pull out 2 or 3 pieces and throw it in the air fryer or toaster oven or whatever,
Right.
And of course, no, it's gonna sit in the fridge. I'm gonna crush it within a day or two.
Absolutely.
It's like what I need them to do is bring me 1 pizza wrapped to go in the freezer. That way I just go, oh, this one's ready to go and just stick it right in the freezer.
That would actually be kind of a interesting idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like, this one we're going to eat tonight, but
like if they were to like just throw together pizzas that were already, just shrink wrap them with that little cardboard disc, be like, oh, this is ready to go in your oven. You just got to freeze it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I probably would do that actually, like if one was brought that way. But the fact that I've got to, do it myself, then I'm just like, well, I'll leave some in there for later. And
Yeah.
then it just becomes, I'll just put it all in the fridge.
Later just becomes, these are all in my face now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just folding it in half and cramming it in my
It's a pro pizza move right there.
It's one piece, right?
Yeah.
Like you used to tell me. I fucking remember when we used to get the old wheel of shame or disc of shame, whatever. I can never remember
wheel
what you
of shame
call it,
for sure.
And just fold some of it over, and I'm like, oh, this is one piece. That makes sense to me,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Look, it's a calzone. Just pinch the edge.
Fuck yeah! I almost pulled the trigger on the calzone tornado or whatever the thing's called.
Crazy. It's just crazy calzone.
Yeah, whatever it is. But then I was like, I
keep seeing commercials for it.
I don't want to go pick it up because I'm feeling lazy today.
Yeah. I keep seeing commercials for it, and I just laugh every time now because all I can think of is how it's a siren song to you.
It really is. Because
it's like, it's going to be terrible.
I'm sure it is.
The results can't be that great. I mean, even if it tastes fine, the results aren't going to be good.
I mean, I've got this actually wasn't my idea. This is Michelle's idea. I got a sweet and salty language on deck because
nice.
she was at the store and she found some, as she puts it, quote unquote, well, you're like a connoisseur of energy drinks. And I'm like, am I? Like, I mean, I know I started going down the Bang rabbit hole and I was trying different flavors just to see, but.
Right, because you're a social media influencer. Yeah.
I'm trying.
Right.
But she found this energy drink at C4. So
okay.
It must explode your energy or something.
It'll probably explode, all right.
And it's it's sugar-free. That's always my thing. I don't want, because generally, like, the regular ones are so full of sugar.
Yeah,
but
right.
Sugar-free, and she bought 2 of them. They're Starburst flavored.
Oh.
One is cherry, one is strawberry.
Cherry, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
And she's like, well, I thought it'd be fun.
Fun to watch your heart explode.
Yeah, and she's like, why? She's like, I kind of want to try some of them too, but she's like, I just thought maybe you could do one of your sweet and salty languages about them or something and review them. I'm like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll do a crazy calzone one. Oh, hey, my keyboard's charged. It's green light. Remember how I said there's no light? There's apparently a light when it's done charging.
Oh, well, that's helpful.
When it's about to die, it doesn't let you know, though.
You think it could turn red, to at least let you know, hey, I'm dying.
You would think,
but whatever. Guess not.
Yeah, that makes too much sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's that'll be coming up soon.
Oh my!
Oh my! It won't be any time during the week because I'm an old man. If I drink caffeine after 4, I'm fucked.
Yeah. Well, sure. I mean, you're gonna have supper in like an hour, and then it's right to bed.
Supper. I gotta watch Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy.
Maybe. I mean, that's pushing it. That's 8 o'clock, man.
Right? I gotta get my sleep cap and that little candle. Make sure my ass buttons are fixed.
An hour's worth of rubbing Tiger Balm or some salve on you.
I mean, that almost happened yesterday. I do have a little tin of Tiger Balm.
Listen, my shoulder's been fucked up. I was sleeping on directly on my shoulder,
right,
and it was bugging me. And then we went and got groceries, and the way they had the cart stacked up, there was a water that was about shoulder level. And, I'm like, whatever. I reach into the thing, grab it, and lift it up. And when I did, I felt a good pull in my shoulder. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
and then my shoulder didn't so much want to hold. Luckily, the kid who was working there, he grabbed it. And he's like, you okay? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I just felt like a tug in my shoulder. And he goes, yeah. He's like, I could tell something wasn't right.
You should have told him you just threw out your back humping his mom last night. Nude.
Right? I was like, fuck. So naturally, because, of the age and everything, I am required by code to then say to him, "Don't get old."
Oh, I mean,
So
there is some weird unwritten rule that you
right?
do tell
He's
younger
young.
generation guys that.
He's 20, maybe. I'm 43, so I clearly have to tell him,
Yeah,
"Don't ever get
don't
old."
ever get old. I said that to Leah over the weekend about something.
Yep.
Oh, it's
Exactly.
because
See,
my
it's ingrained in us. You don't even have to be a dad to say it. It's just who we are as men.
Exactly.
You know.
no,
Yeah.
it's like my left foot's been fucked up, right? And
Right.
I bought these like plantar fasciitis compression sleeves.
Sure.
Which kind of suck to wear, but they actually are helping a lot, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Dude, there was a guy I used to work with at one of the video stores. They had to wear those every night because if he didn't, the ligaments in the underneath his feet would literally like freeze up on him,
fuck
and
that.
he would have to spend like an hour or so like massaging them the next day to loosen those
that
back
sounds
up.
awful. Like I'm just trying.
Oh,
I'm just
it's
trying to get better.
Yeah.
And it does help. I'll be honest. But yeah, I
Yeah.
told that to Leah. Don't get old, Leah. God damn it.
I know, right? Well, at least I feel good this time though, because at least if I'm gonna fuck my shoulder up, I was at least lifting or moving something. It wasn't like when I fucked my back up, just reaching down for an action figure.
I mean, fair enough.
Although, backs are fickle. Like the wind could blow wrong and you could throw your
You're
back
not
out.
wrong.
It's very strange how backs seem to work. But yeah. So anyway, but so I was putting biofreeze all over that last night to, try to loosen it up and, help the situation a little bit.
Brutal.
So yeah, I can't say much.
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh.
Yep.
Don't get old, kid.
That's why I decided if I'm going to start donating money to anything, it's going to be to cybernetic research.
Fuck yeah. Now we're talking.
I need a cybernetic shoulder and arm area.
Right.
So
Some sort of Terminator face so you can like scan targets and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
I just figured they'll give me that arm and I'll get a belt with a lot of pouches on it.
You mean a fanny pack.
Right. So I'm pretty much going to become a low life Cable, basically.
Dude, white trash Cable would be the best thing ever. He just got fanny packs and cargo shorts and
yeah, instead of all the pockets on his belt.
Exactly.
His bandolier type stuff.
Fucking. Oh, I want to see that.
Yep.
Oddly enough, same haircut.
Yeah.
Shortcut.
Yeah.
Bleached white, hair. Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be more, I feel like it'd be more of a, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I can live with that, I guess. A mullet would be better, though.
Well, like the spiked mullet, like, what's his name? Miley Cyrus' dad used to rock.
Yeah.
The bleached.
Right.
Yeah, bleached tipped spiked mullet.
Yes. And I feel like your name can't be Cable because that's too premium. It's got to be like local access or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It can't be Cable. It's got to be like extension cord.
Yeah, it's extension cord.
Yeah. Power strip.
Man.
That's
Power
his,
strip,
that's his
yeah.
wife. Or probably his daughter. Or both.
I mean, you're probably not wrong. Shit.
Right?
Yeah, he can't stand. Everyone else calls them power strip.
Yes.
But he doesn't.
He doesn't.
And every time he does, he gets furious.
Yeah, exactly. Calls her by her God-given name, Lou Ann.
That's right.
But the neighbors call her Power Strip.
Power strip, yeah. Everybody's plugging in.
Hell yeah.
Oof.
Oof is right.
Yikes. Yeah, I don't really have much else as far as like life stuff because I haven't really watched a whole bunch since What If ended, and just waiting for the next crop of things.
Crop of things. Crap of things? Crop of things.
Might be crap.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Well,
We'll see.
over the weekend, we did the art loop, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like, milady to quote Chip Chipperson. Got accepted into the Halloween art loop downtown. So she got to set up a table and sell some of her wares, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
And so the only thing that sucked is the weather. It was cold. It was kind of not cold, but it was colder than it's been, and it was windy.
Well, it was normal basically for this area fall. This time of year. Yeah, it was fall for sure. Yeah. We had a day last week where it was like 80.
Well, like today after work, I walked outside. I was like, God damn, it feels great out here right now. It was like mid-70s and sunny.
Right. But like the day after it was 80, it was like 59 the next day. And I had to go out, and I walked outside, and you felt that chill, and you see the leaves turning, and you're like, oh, yeah, today feels like fall for sure. Right. Like it really hasn't around here until then. And then I was like, yeah, now that breeze is starting to have that crispness to it that it didn't have. Right. And it's like, yep, it's here. Damn it.
Yeah, it was that was the problem. If the sun was out, it probably would have been different. But it was just overcast and windy, and it was cold.
Yeah, I bet.
So, but we set up, like I got one of those pop-up tents. I had to actually go buy chairs, though, because they only provided one chair. Mm-hmm. And I needed folding, like my last camping chair I fell through this summer because it finally just rotted out on me. I've had it so long.
Yeah, right.
And so I was like, well, fuck it, I'm going to run to, of all places, Walmart, because I know they'll have camping chairs.
I thought you were going to Five Below.
No, I have Five Below chairs. They're terrible.
I know. That's why I was laughing.
Okay.
So I just thought, like, I'm picturing you at the event going, I'm just going to run over and get some cheap chairs, basically.
Like, well, Five Below, here I come.
Yeah.
But I knew for sure Walmart would have camping chairs. Because I don't really think they cycle out or shit out like that.
No, camping stuff, they usually have, like, they actually have a camping section.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I'm not a Walmart fan, but their Ozark Trail series of camping gear is decently priced, and I got one chair that came with a footrest that it's a separate attachment, so you can put it wherever you want, because a lot of times Michelle's foot hurts her, so she likes to get it off the ground. So I'm like, well, fuck yeah, I'll get that for her. And then the other
much
chair,
easier just sink it on the table.
Well, yeah, I could put it on. That's too high up.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying. This solved that problem.
Well, fair enough. But then the other chair, Brian, in the arm, built-in cooler, holds a 6-pack. I'm like, well, clearly I need that.
Well, I mean, you got to test the chair.
Got to test the chair.
You got to make sure everything works okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You don't want to have a defective one.
No. Actually, there's a bottle opener attached via elastic in there, too.
Oh, yeah?
It's not bad. Yeah, we set up. I bought a little bowl. We brought candy because it was like a Halloween thing. So, there's kids dressed up. It was a lot of fun. We were down there for like...
Throwing the candy at the kids?
There's some... Well, I'll tell you the person... I'll get to the person I want to throw the candy at. But it was a good time. We were down there for a while, though, which was, Although we got Carl's Poco Loco for lunch. It's right up the road. Nice. And it's in the Dora district, so I took a walk to the attic every now and then, got a beer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was nice, man.
Yeah.
And it was cool. It was cool seeing all the art stuff, too. What?
I said you had a cooler in your chair.
I didn't have any beer at home.
But you were at Walmart.
Yeah, I looked, but like for a store that caters to everybody, their beer selection's trash.
Oh, it certainly is. Yeah, they don't seem to stock much at all of
give a shit about us beer people
stuff. Like if you're looking for, well, I mean it's a Bud Light, Budweiser kind of store, or lower.
I could have got High Lifes there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could have lived the high life.
No, the guy, I don't even know his name. I don't care. There's a dude at the very end of the exhibit, and where we were sitting, you could he was like a DJ. He set up audio equipment. You could hear him, but you could also hear at the other end of the road, Carl's Poco Loco had music going.
Right,
because there was like acrobats and shit down there putting on a show.
Sure. Well, I think that's just customers after eating the food
and drinking the margaritas.
So good, you're doing backflips out of that place.
I got a Cuban sandwich. It was amazing. But this fucking guy, this DJ, at first I was like, oh, he's going to DJ event. We're going to hear like Halloween stuff like Monster Mash. That would be fun. Whatever.
Right. Werewolf Bar
Yeah,
Mitzvah.
Werewolf Bar, but it was the art loop. So I'm pretty sure this guy's art is he makes audio stuff, which is fine.
Oh,
There's some very talented people that can loop audio, make it sound great. He is
Right.
not one of them.
oh boy.
I'm not joking. It opened up at 2:30 and it went to 7 or 2 to 7. So we were there 5 hours. There was 5 hours of this guy doing this. This is the beat. It was like with like a little bit of bass underneath it.
Okay.
That was the beat, and then he just had a microphone. And at first I thought he was looping until I watched him. He wasn't looping. Every so often he'd just be like, bah ha 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 ha. They'd be like, Happy Halloween.
Oh my God.
Ow! And it was 5 hours of this.
Why wouldn't you just put that on a digital file on your laptop and then it would just play automatically for you?
Like I thought he had maybe like one of those loopers, like what's that comedian?
Like Reggie Watts uses.
Who?
Reggie Watts.
Yes, like Reggie Watts. Yeah, I thought he had a looper like that, and I was like, if he's gonna start layering stuff, it might get cool. It never got cool. It never changed. Like I took a video of him on my story. You couldn't hear his shit music, unfortunately.
Oh, that's too bad.
And then when he was like at the very end of the night, he's like, I apologize for everybody that had to sit through that. I'm sorry. And then he cleaned up his shit and went home.
Well, maybe somebody else was supposed to run it, and he's their apprentice, and he just did the best he could.
It was not good. It made me sad.
Oh man, because the idea is kind of cool, though, right? Like the looping idea would be really cool if someone was talented with that, and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna have this person DJ." That could be kind of cool, where they're doing different.
We're gonna be doing this live DJ gimmick. Because that's kind of what I thought. I saw him setting up all his equipment. I'm like, oh, he might be spinning some like fun music or like Halloween soundtrack type music, or
I would think that they would do that at least. But okay, yeah. Ooh, boy,
Happy Halloween. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Oh man. Yeah. It's rough when you go to an event and there's a bad DJ.
Oh, man.
You know, like a karaoke DJ at a wedding.
Right. Yes.
I don't know if you remember that. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy's right.
Sorry if the people whose wedding that was are listening, but oh, boy.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was, like I said, it was rough, buddy.
Was there a good turnout there, even with the weather?
Yeah, the turnout was like when it first opened, it was kind of like, but then as it started progressing, and she got a lot of people really dug her stuff. People were grabbing cards. She sold some stuff, so it was all in all, I thought it was a good day, and it was. Well, I mean, she bought me a little vial of beard oil from a guy too, and it smells delicious. So.
Excellent. How's it taste?
I haven't chugged it yet.
Oh,
beer math.
Damn it! Right. Oh, you're right. You didn't have more.
I only have one bottle. If I had more than one bottle, then it's on.
I understand. Yep, I understand. Yeah, that's too bad.
It was a good time. Also, oh god, when we were setting up, the people from Handmade Toledo, which is a store that carries a bunch of local artists and creators stuff.
Yeah, like literally everything in there, I believe, is
everything's made by people in Toledo or the area. Because there's some like products out of Detroit and stuff on there too.
No, yeah.
There's this, whoever's like organizing this art loop market was out there checking people in, making sure everyone had tables and make sure everyone's in the right spot. And this fucking dude comes walking up the road. He's got this bag on wheels. He's like, "Hey, I want to set up." And she's like, "Are you on the list?" Or he's like, "Nah, she's like, "Well, and he just starts yammering about like stuff. I was kind of half paying attention. And then until I heard her say, "I'm really busy right now, and I really can't talk to you." Because then I was like, "Oh, this is a problem." So I dialed in, and he just goes, "Do you know who I am?" And he looks like he just looked like a grubby dude. He had face tattoos.
Yeah.
And she's like, I have no idea. And he's like, I'm an alien. I'm from Mars. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. And she was just like, that's nice. And like walked away from him.
Would have been funny if she's just like, well, please stand here. Let me go call the FBI. Because I'm sure you're wanted.
Yeah, this guy was clearly off his rocker.
Oh boy!
Yeah, it was.
And now I kind of wish he would have been allowed to set up, because now I wonder what his gimmick was.
Cool alien stuff.
Might have.
Maybe.
What if he was selling alien tech and you could have had alien tech?
What if he was a better DJ?
Oh, dude. That would have been hilarious if he rolls up and he was like, I can tell you what I am better than that guy.
Fucking guy.
Yeesh.
Yeah, that was weird. Although the one thing that I thought was kind of a failure on the whole streets part, well, except apparently the attic, was no one had like hot cocoa or coffee.
Oh, that seems like a dumb move.
And I thought there'd be some food trucks down there. There wasn't any food trucks, really, at least not where we were at.
Maybe the thought was to partake in local stuff that was already around, like Carlos and
maybe
whatnot.
Well, because like a woman that was like loving one of Michelle's paintings, she had a styrofoam cup, and I'm like, hey, where did you get that coffee from? And she's like, oh, it's not coffee, it's hot apple cider and vodka from the attic. I'm like, oh, I mean, that sounds good too, but
like, I'll be right back. Yeah. Wow.
But
yeah, that kind of sucks because, again, there's a reason it's called the attic. It's because you have to go up a very dangerous flight of stairs.
Patio open downstairs.
Oh, okay. Like with serving drinks. Oh, okay.
I was gonna go up there. I kind of felt weird because like I know Leah, like too many people get to her sometimes. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go grab a beer, Leah, and I gotta go find a bathroom. You want to come with me? She's like, yeah, I'll come with you. And I'm thinking like, I don't want to take my daughter up to the attic, but. Yeah. What are you going to do?
Well, you tell her to wait downstairs.
And then we turned the corner and they had like the big like double fence doors opened and the whole patio's open. And there was like a poetry reading or something happening on the stage they have down there.
Was it like someone just talking every once in a while over?
But yeah, so there's a bunch of people watching the woman on stage, but there's a bartender. I'm like, hey. Can I get 3 Floyd Zombie Dust delicious IPA? I'm like, nice. Can I get a Zombie Dust to go? And she's like, yeah, of course. And I'm like, you know what? That is the coolest thing to say now. Can I get a 3 Floyd's IPA to go?
Can I get a beer to go?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. And then, but it was so dead that,
You are right, though. Like, somebody down there should have something like that.
If there's a hot coffee / cocoa truck or something, they would have killed as cold as it was.
That seriously, who needed to be down there was like that. Was it Holy Toledo?
Yeah,
like selling like donuts and fucking cider
or something, and hot cider or something.
That's it. I mean, really, that'd be enough. Just enough to
Oh, they would have crushed it.
Probably.
Because I mean, when we left, we went to the grocery store and picked up like oat milk because real milk's for the devil, and packets of hot cocoa. We went home and made hot cocoa.
Well, oat milk. Even if you like dairy milk, oat milk is the move for that kind of stuff because that frothiness
it's pretty close.
So good. Yeah. But no, I mean for like if you're having
a cappuccino.
Yeah, or like a chocolate milk or a hot cocoa or something. It's like I like that. Like I think. To me, that's the best milk for it.
Yeah, absolutely. But I agree. If someone had some sort of barista trailer, they
or literally
crushed.
Yeah. Just even somebody just straight up just having a little coffee cart or something, which I actually think I have a friend that has one of those. I didn't even,
Right.
So I may mention that to him for next year or something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, hey, you guys might want to go do this because nobody else had that really. Y'all might clean up.
Oh, yeah, especially the way the weather was.
And it's local, and Get your brand out there.
I mean, right up the road, they used to be a really great coffee shop, but they closed down. I don't know if it was COVID related or not. And then Carlos Poco Loco bought the building out where they were. And granted, they had an outdoor bar set up right there, which is cool, but they didn't have hot drinks.
Yeah.
You know?
And especially when the weather's going to be, if it's in October, you never know.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
for sure.
like it could be 70 or it could be 50.
Yeah.
And 50 degrees in October does not feel the way 50 degrees in August feels here.
Yeah, exactly.
Because in August, 50 degrees like overnight or something, you're like, oh man, it's nice, it's cool. In October, you're like, ooh, I might want to get a jacket.
Like, honestly, if I were the owner of the attic, where it's situated, they have fencing that like has like an outdoor area, like a beer garden area.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they wouldn't modify that fence so you could like fold it back in or open it up and open up like a little outdoor bar right there on the road.
Yeah.
You know, so then
for that kind of
yeah, because like I had to like leave the event, walk around the corner to get a drink.
Oh yeah, that would make way more sense because then you wouldn't have to leave.
Just right there.
Yeah, it's just right there. If nothing else, you know.
My watch just caught on my cord, almost yanked my ear off.
Perfect.
Stupid headphones. I gotta get some more cordless headphones or some shit.
Yeah, I need to get some noise canceling ones.
Bro, I love them.
What I need is something like what you got, but I need like the discount version.
They have them, because
I
was looking into them for Leah.
Okay,
yeah, I don't remember the brands, but there's some decently really good reviewed brands that are not that expensive.
Because I need them more for the noise canceling than for the just listening to stuff. Because there's just times with, like I told you about that, work that they've been doing over here, dude, they're still doing it. But at least I think they might be near the end of the, whatever that droning is, but it's still been going on. And it's like, when that's going on, I can't be in our kitchen.
Right.
The only way I can is if I like stick my fingers in my ears, basically.
I mean, I know this sounds crazy, but do you want me to bring you home plugs from work?
No, I have earplugs, but they don't, how, like, they don't work as well as noise canceling.
Oh, yeah. Well, because noise canceling listens for the noise and then plays noise to literally cancel it.
To counter it. Yep.
Yeah, they sell active noise canceling earbuds or over the ears that are not badly priced.
Right. That's the other thing is I was trying to decide if I want to get earbuds or if I'd rather have what I'd love to have is those ones that sit outside your ears.
Yeah.
Like I wish that's what I really could use is something that's noise canceling that could not have to go in my ear.
I think you need to either have them in or cover your ear completely.
Yeah. That's why I said that's what I need, but it's I may end up going with like cans that are noise canceling because then I can because I'm not going to be able to sleep with earbuds in either. I can't sleep with anything near my ears.
If I'm being honest, the reason I picked the buds is because I could put them in my pocket and I use them fucking all the time. I go to the grocery store for them. I use them at work on break and stuff.
That would be the reason if I were to do it. That would be the reason.
The greatest. I love having earbuds for that reason. But I mean, I know I have earbuds in right now. It's because my cord on my cans here are kind of a little fucky.
Right.
But I want to get another pair of good over-the-ear headphones because I do kind of prefer them to like in-house activities.
Right, because like for me, I prefer them because they're way more comfortable. Aside from like they can get hot.
Yeah.
The
only thing I would suggest if you're looking, because you still have an iPhone, is like I bought buds before the ear pods I bought.
Yeah.
Because they're noise canceling, and I wanted that, but they didn't have the transparency mode or the pass-through audio. Like it was always noise canceling, and I'm like, I want to have both.
Yeah.
So that's why I bought the ones I have, because the ones I have, I can turn noise canceling on or off.
Right.
And if I turn it off, like it actually, I can't just hear, like it actually, the audio from the outside world, it plays through the earbuds too. So I can hear everything a little better, which is kind of nice too, because, we already established old.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other earbuds I had, I liked them. They sounded great, and the noise canceling was great, but the fact I couldn't turn on and off noise canceling, I'm like, these defeat the purpose of why I like having earbuds.
Yeah, it's fine if depending on what your use for them is. Like I could see if you were like, again, like for me around here, sometimes I just need something to cancel that out. That's why usually what I'll do is I'll come in here and put these on and I'll play music or something, because since they're over my ears, it kind of engulfs, everything. It doesn't let a lot through, even though I don't believe these are really noise canceling, because I can still hear, like my fans running, I can still hear it just fine.
Well, it's like I used to have, when I use specifically wired headphones for my old iPhones and stuff, I had two pairs of buds. I had the ones that came with the iPhones that were just like the plastic ones, because you could hear everything going on outside as well as whatever you're listening to. And then I had ones that had the rubber like buffered, so it kind of blocked the noise.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, what am I doing? Oh, I'm going to the gym and working out. I don't want to hear everybody. I'll use these. I'm mowing the grass. But if I'm like walking around the house and I'm listening to stuff, I got to hear my kids,
Put in the rubber ones.
Yeah. I'm like, they don't need to talk to me.
Playing in traffic, rubber ones.
So that's why I like the ones I have now, because I can just I can just hit a button basically.
Exactly.
It's nice.
Quite nice.
Yeah, good stuff.
Let's talk about some of these other thingies we got here.
Yeah, what do you got, bro?
Unless you got something else from life.
I mean, the only other thing I got is I'm playing Skyrim again. That's it. Like, I loaded up Skyrim because I've been trying to play Hitman 2 and the servers are down for some reason.
Oh,
so
okay.
I was like, fuck it, Skyrim. I loaded up. I'm in the middle of a dungeon. I don't know what was going on, so I just started a new game.
That's exactly what I was going to ask. I was like, it's been a while since I remember you saying you played, so I know sometimes with games like that, it's just easier to just say fuck it and start over.
And I was like, they've got a big pop-up that was like, Halloween's here. Check out our featured mods. And I'm like, all right. So I loaded a bunch of like necromancer mods. So I'm just playing a necromancer, and I've never really played I played a mod game for a little bit, but my mods I used were very vanilla. So now I have these weird mods in there now, I'm part of a necromancer faction. So if undead or other necromancers are around me, they're just like, hey bud, they're just friendlies.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of it's different, but it's
interesting. Yeah.
It's I don't know.
All right.
Anyway, but so playing Skyrim again.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah, I haven't really. I mean, I've jumped on and played stuff, but I haven't really played anything in a while.
Right.
Just kind of not been really feeling it.
That's fair.
So, yeah. I should play something though.
Play Skyrim.
I got enough games I haven't really played. I don't have
God
Skyrim.
Damn it, Brian.
I mean,
it's only been released 14 times on 18 different systems.
I know. And it's not like it's not like I can. Oh, that happens. It's not like I can wait for it to get cheaper. I mean, it's already been like $10 at times.
Right.
I mean, it's not get cheaper than that.
Unless you get it for free from someone.
Right.
Yeah.
It is amazing though, isn't it? Like how long that game has been out, how many times it's been released. It's like GTA in that aspect that,
That's very true.
It feels like it's been out forever.
I mean, the one thing that they have going for it, at least with like the PS4, I'm not sure I was on the Xbox, is unlike GTA, which has mods if you're playing PC, you can just like peruse all the mods. Like if I wanted to have lightsabers in my game, I could, Right,
which I think is kind of cool. I like that they did that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like the fact that I can use them on the console. I don't have to, watch my computer have a heart attack as I'm trying to play Skyrim.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right. And
I know I really should buy it. I don't know why.
It's great.
I just haven't is all it is. Like what happens is every time they drop the price to like $10, it always happens to be when I'm just like, I really shouldn't even spend the $10,
right.
So what I should do is, since it's not a multiplayer game, is I do like on for Xbox they have like daily quizzes and all this shit, and you earn points like reward stuff. And usually what I do is I just do those occasionally or whatever and run up enough to get like a gift card.
Oh, right on.
Like I bought Hades. I bought that game called Hades.
Oh yeah.
Which I haven't played yet, but I bought it because I had two $10 Xbox gift cards built up. So I bought it with that. I think I paid like $3 or something like that for the game.
Screwing around on the Xbox and building up some credentials or whatever, and
then just buy it to where basically it's nothing out of pocket. I don't know why I haven't done that previously, because I was literally sitting on those gift cards for a while.
So, when next October rolls around, you and I could talk. You'll be like, yeah, start a werewolf game in Skyrim.
Yeah.
Like, Brian, have you beat the story yet? No. Yeah, me neither.
No. Yeah. Pretty common, yeah. It is weird. Does it feel weird to you to have not really buy games anymore?
I mean, kinda. I'm trying to think of what the last game I bought was.
I don't even really pay that much attention to what's coming out anymore.
No, I don't give a shit. The only one I'm paying attention to is that new Battlefield game. Because I've been kind of itching to play a shooter.
Oh boy,
you know, and like I'm like Logan told me to play that Splitgate game. Every time I fired up, it's like, you've been placed in a queue. You might be here a while.
Yep.
And I'm like, no. Nope.
I did the same thing. I never got to play it. Every time I just got put in a queue and it never went anywhere. So I just deleted it.
And then I got guys at work that are still like, you want to play Fortnite? And I'm like, nah, I'm kind of over that now. And yeah, but that Battlefield game, I haven't pre-ordered it, but I might end up getting that one.
That's
I know people I work with are getting it. Logan's getting it, and it's cross-platform. Right. So yeah.
There's going to be a new, it's a new Batman universe game, but it's Batman's like dead in it. It's called Gotham Knights, to where you get to play as the Batman family, I believe.
Oh, interesting.
And it's similar. I think it's in the family of like the Arkham Knights type or Arkham Asylum, all those kind of games.
Yeah, the stealth action games.
Right. Huh. So that looks interesting to me,
but I really have no clue what's coming out.
Yeah, I don't either. I go in GameStop all the time. And even when I'm in there, I don't pay that much attention to what they have on the coming soon or.
Yeah, I remember when we were youths. Oh my God! Like I'd get my newest issue of Game Power, or not Game Power, Game Pro.
Yeah.
And you start flipping through, and you're like, "Oh my God, next week, bro, or next month. Look what's coming out next month."
I think Game Pro used to have a calendar in it that would tell you what was releasing on what days and stuff too. And I remember hanging on to those so that I'd.
I mean, now it's like the game has to be either something I really want for me to buy it new.
Exactly.
Or it's like we're having a big summer sale. I'll look at it and be like, oh shit, that game's like $4. I'll buy that. Or I play the free ones they give us.
That's why I missed that, like on PlayStation, how they took away the wish list, because I used to, I had, 30, 40 games on my wish list, and I would just once a week or so just peruse and see if anything was on a discount.
Right.
And now they don't have it. So it's like, unless I do it on my own.
Yeah, make your own wish list. That sounds lame.
Which is so
like, what dumb. Am I, a hacker?
A hacker.
I can't do this.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't miss buying brand new games, because I mean,
no, that's the other thing.
Were they like fucking $80 for special edition ones and shit now?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like when I bought Borderlands 3, it was $100 because I got because I got the expansion pass, which has the downloadable content and stuff.
Oh, well, that's fair. All right.
Yeah, so it's like, well, I know I'm going to buy the DLC anyway, and at GameStop, you can put when you reserve a game, you can put $5 down on it. So I just kept paying a little at a time, to where when it came out, I owed $5.
So well, that's fair.
It wasn't as much of a kick in the dick as if it was day it comes out and they're like, yeah, $100. I would have been like, no. So but yeah, it's I haven't even. Yeah, I've barely looked at or paid attention to most of that stuff, and I'm with you. It's like, stuff that comes out, like I'll just wait a few months and then buy it for 40 or 30 or something like that. Or if I wait till the next Christmas, there's a chance it'll be like $20, you know?
I mean, I kind of have the same mentality with movies now.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, hey, this fucking movie's coming out, bro. Theaters. And I go, I can wait 3 months, you know?
Yeah. So staying on the game thing a little bit, did you see Nintendo announced the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack?
No.
Yeah, so they're bringing some Nintendo 64 games.
Really?
Yeah. So so basically what it's going to be, it's going to cost $30 more though a year.
Okay.
And you get access to whatever library of Nintendo 64 games they decide to put in there. Which, you know, so far they've announced like Ocarina of Time, Super Mario 64, and Mario Kart 64. You get access to excuse me, Sega, some Sega games. And Animal Crossing New Horizons, the Happy Home Paradise, at no additional cost, it says, but I mean it isn't. So basically what it'll cost is, if you get that and the Switch Online stuff, it'll be what, like $80, I think, a year.
I mean, a year, that's not bad.
50 a year. I'm sorry. It's
50
80
a year is really good.
80 for a year is the family plan. I'm sorry. I skipped a paragraph when I was reading.
I mean, I don't know.
I want to sure what Nintendo 64 games there are. First of all, the Sega Genesis ones I'm a little about, because
bro, if they had General Chaos, you'd be all over it.
Okay, there's that. Yeah, like listen, if they were tomorrow, like, hey, we've got like WrestleMania 2000.
Oh yeah.
On here, I'd be like, oh shit. I'd be ordering that as soon as I could get it. But the Nintendo 64 stuff, it's like I'll have to wait and see what it is. I mean, there are a lot of games I love on 64, but I'm not like the biggest, like, oh my god, I have to play these old games again. You know, it's like most of them, it's like, yo, I played the shit out of them back then.
Like, you know, I'm sitting here trying to think of what Nintendo 64 games that I would just be like, yes. Like, I got the video, I got the trailer playing right now for our video folks. And Star Fox, I loved. I would probably play Star Fox again.
Yeah.
But, okay, they're scrolling F-Zero X, Paper Mario, Mario Golf, Kirby, Pokemon. Oh, it stopped, you son of a bitch.
Well, one thing they're doing, too, is they're putting out, like, Switch-compatible Sega Genesis controller and a Nintendo 64 controller.
Really?
And I've heard that the Nintendo 64 controllers sold out in, like, no time.
I believe it.
Which does not surprise me. And they'll probably be selling on eBay for, like, 19 times retail. Especially with things being short around the world and stuff right now.
The included games right now, Brian, are Dr. Mario, Mario Kart, Mario Tennis, Sin and Punishment. I'm not sure what that is.
Never heard of that.
Star Fox, Super Mario 64, the Ocarina of Time, Win Back, Covert Ops, and then Yoshi's Story.
Okay. I mean, that's not a bad selection. Those are some strong games.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, right? Dr. Mario, already available as part of the, like, regular Nintendo.
What's Dr. Mario 64?
Yeah, I don't remember what there may be a different gameplay mode and stuff, like head-to-head and stuff that might be different in that. So, because I remember, like, on the 8-bit Nintendo, I don't remember if you could play 2 players on that or not. I just don't remember. On 64,
excuse me.
I know you could on 64, because me and Jen used to play against each other on the Wii. They had the 64 version, I believe, and we used to play against each other. But otherwise, you know what I mean? It's like that's already there. Mario Golf, however, that's good. That's good stuff right there.
Mario Golf would be cool. I mean, I would love if they put GoldenEye on there. Because I would love to slap the shit out of my kids in GoldenEye.
Right. Even Perfect Dark wouldn't be so bad,
Oh, but I want to do GoldenEye so I can run around as Odd Job and show them how shitty that was.
No, I don't. I just don't think you should be allowed to play GoldenEye. I feel like you.
And of course, if No Mercy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I severely doubt it's going to be mostly Nintendo.
Yeah, it's going to be Nintendo properties, I would assume.
But yeah. But again, like the selection they have is strong. Those are all, most of those are really good games. There's a couple I don't remember ever hearing of.
Winback, I remember just because we worked in a video store.
I don't even remember that.
Sin and Punishment, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, I don't either. But whatever. The rest of them seem good. Did it have a list of the Sega Genesis games?
No, it doesn't actually.
I didn't know if I haven't seen anywhere where the list of those will be. The other thing with like the Sega Genesis thing is they've got those like retro console things you can go buy for like $20.
Yeah, for sure.
I know they have the mini Genesis that cost more, but but it's like, so it's like if I really want those, I can go get those.
Right.
And I know you can find emulators and all that, but we're not working in that realm right now. We're just talking,
Oh, here you go. Looks like the Sega Genesis catalog includes Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Streets of Rage 2, and Strider.
That's it?
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be more. I can't imagine that's it.
Okay, that's all they're listing now.
Okay.
And it says in the future for Nintendo, they're going to have Banjo-Kazooie, Majora's Mask, and Paper Mario as well.
Paper Mario is a fun game.
Yeah. Majora's Mask was terrifying. That fucking moon.
I don't know if I ever played that.
That was one of those games I bought from, I acquired from Family Video because someone returned their own copy and never picked it up.
Nice.
You know how that goes. After 30 days, that shit's mine, bitch.
That's right. Yep. I got so many games that way.
Hell yeah.
Over the years. Yeah. Well, yeah. So I'm curious to see. Like, I don't know if I will immediately like jump on this, but
I don't see it as watching.
It's not a bad deal. Yeah. Now I'm sure they'll probably do like they've done with the other ones, which is from time to time add something, a new game here or there or something. But
my favorite is when they add a Nintendo game from like Japan that you've never heard of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it was a regional thing, I'd totally get it.
Yeah. I was trying to think of something on like the Nintendo 64 that's like the games I played the most were Mario Kart 64.
Yes.
The wrestling games, of course.
Of course.
The first Zelda game that they put out was Ocarina of Time. The first one they put out.
So good.
Okay, that one I definitely played. That was great. Yeah, I don't think I ever played the other one, or ones. I don't remember how many they launched on that system. I don't know what else. Do you remember? Like, what else did we play the most on that? Well, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, of course.
The shooters, yeah, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark.
I played a lot of both of those, but I can't think of much beyond that. Occasional fighting games and stuff, maybe.
I like playing Super Mario 64.
Yeah, of course, those. Yeah, right. Mario Golf, I played a whole bunch.
I played the shit out of Mario Golf. Mario Tennis.
Mario Tennis, too. Played a lot of that. Yeah, you're right. Because baseball didn't come out until the GameCube.
Right.
Because I played that a lot, but that was on the Cube. So
I don't honestly know anymore.
That's what I don't want to get into looking because I got other stuff we should talk about. But I was just curious if you could think of something I couldn't think of.
I'm just going to top N64 games.
Because there's probably stuff like Donkey Kong Country I played quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Donkey Kong Country.
But again, that was once I beat it, I was done with it. Like, I don't think I ever picked it up again after that. And when I bought it, it was like a $9.99 game from Family Video.
Right.
That was when I finally bought it. I had played it before, but I didn't buy it until then. I used to play NFL Blitz a lot.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Because that was the one that had John Elway in it, where you could run with John Elway, which is the funniest thing.
Boom whap. I mean, real quick, I got a Den of Geek put out a 25 best Nintendo 64 games of all time. I'm just
Okay.
going to run it down real quick. We're not going to turn this into a 45-minute segment.
Right.
We got Mario Party 2 is coming to 25.
I played a little of the Mario Party 2 games.
Mario Party
yeah.
is always fun. It's a good way to lose friends. Wave Race 64.
Never did much for me.
Jet Force Gemini. That was all right.
I don't even remember that.
Oh, Turok 2, The Seeds of Evil.
Turok was good. Yeah, Turok 2 was good.
Turok 2
yeah.
with the infamous cerebral bore.
Yeah.
Of course, Super Smash Brothers.
Oh, duh. Yeah.
1080 Snowboarding.
I played that a decent amount, actually, because I got a free copy of it.
There you go.
So,
Diddy Kong Racing.
Yep, played that a little. That wasn't as good as Mario Kart for me, but yeah,
Right.
I played it.
Pokemon Snap.
Never played it. I've never played a Pokemon game.
There you go.
None of them.
Excite Bite 64. I don't remember.
I don't remember if I ever played it. Yeah.
Sin and Punishment. This is one of the ones that's going to be in there.
Really?
It says
okay.
It's a pretty weird game to feature one of the strangest control schemes in Nintendo 64 history. Oh, that's interesting. The Japan-only release. It's a shame. It's a fast-paced, beautiful on-rail shooter. Maybe the developer treasures masterpiece. It's a hipster pick. It's hard to walk away from Sin and Punishment. I mean, I mean, if I end up giving that, I'll give it a try.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Banjo-Kazooie is at 15.
That was okay to me.
Oh, fucking Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Dude, I was just going to ask if Conker's Bad Fur Day was on there. I played that quite a bit, too. Yeah.
Blast Core.
Never heard of that.
I don't remember Blast Core. Star Wars Rogue Squadron. I did play that.
Oh, I remember Blast Core, like looking at the box for it, but I don't remember anything about it.
Resident Evil 2.
Hold on real quick. What was the one you just said? I missed that one.
Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I did play that quite a bit.
Got Resident Evil 2.
Good game.
And then we're cracking into the top 10 now.
Although I don't know if I ever played Resident Evil 2 on 64. I think I
played it on the PlayStation.
PlayStation, yeah, for sure. Because wasn't that the one that had the where you could play as two different characters?
Chris
or was that
Redfield and whatever the chick's name was?
Yeah,
Claire or something, maybe.
Yeah, Claire something. Yeah.
Star Fox 64 coming in at number 10.
Okay.
F-Zero X.
Played a lot of F-Zero, but that was more Super Nintendo that I played.
Yeah, I like the Super Nintendo one better than Nintendo 64.
Me too. Yeah.
Majora's Mask.
I never played, so
GoldenEye.
I'm sure
GoldenEye's number 7. Bullshit.
Well, it's because
this is a lie.
Dude, it's because like 99% of the people never touch the single player mode.
Dude, that's true. Paper Mario.
Great game.
Oh, here you go. Number 5, No Mercy, baby.
Yeah.
Says many include to be the best wrestling game ever made. I agree.
Yep.
Number 4, Mario Kart 64.
Yep.
Perfect Dark coming in number 3.
I agree with that because I think the single player mode in Perfect Dark was better than GoldenEye.
Oh, it's a great campaign.
And the multiplayer thing was so similar to GoldenEye that I think they were comparable.
It was a step up, honestly. It had better weapons, except for that fucking Farsight gun. Fuck you. But anyway, Super Mario 64, number 1's got to be the Ocarina of Time.
It's got to be.
Yes, Ocarina of Time's number 1.
Okay. Well.
So there you go. There's some games that we forgot about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. No surprise, a lot of the games in the top 10 are Mario or Nintendo-based games.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because Nintendo makes
solid properties for themselves.
Yeah, they know how to make good games for their systems, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, fair enough. So, staying in the world of games a little bit,
all right, let's do it.
This is just a real quick story. There's a Rhode Island man paused his game. He was playing Grand Theft Auto, and he was naked apparently at 2 a.m. He heard a sound outside his home. He stopped playing, go outside to have a look around, and the drama ensued. It says, I'm naked in my house, relaxing. I come out of the house naked, and sure enough, there's somebody under my car. And he confronted the guy who began swinging his reciprocating saw at him. A fight ensued. I started fighting with the guy, wrestling with him. He ends up elbowing me, but I still grab onto him, and I end up getting his phone. The would-be thief was, of course, trying to get his catalytic converter.
Naturally.
And the guy ended up getting caught. So
I mean, fuck that guy.
yeah. I just love. Can you imagine how humiliating? Not only do you get caught, but I mean, you got wrestled down by a naked man.
Yeah, that's and the guy had a sawzall.
Yeah,
you can't tell me you can't defend yourself with a sawzall.
I know, right? Like, quit waving it around. Just keep it in front of you. That way, the guy's not going to approach you.
Yeah, absolutely, right.
Or keep maybe swinging it towards his dingles because
yeah, no one needs that in their life.
No, you sure don't. You certainly don't want a sawzall.
If anything, I've learned rewatching The Sopranos, if you want a man to break who won't break, you threaten to cut off his dick.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. Episode 3, I believe. Season 1.
Probably.
Pretty sure.
Spurlers. Jeez.
True.
Son of a bitch. So, all right. So the next one comes from NPR. It says a New Zealand city is taking its official wizard off the payroll after over 2 decades.
What?
Christchurch, New Zealand is parting ways with its official city wizard after more than 2 decades. His offensive remarks about women and the local government's new tourism strategy reportedly spelled his doom. He's been...
Wait, he's an actual... They recognize him as the wizard.
Yes. He's known as the Wizard of New Zealand. He has official documents, and he's been on the city council's payroll since '98, receiving an annual salary of roughly of 11,000 American to provide, quote, acts of wizardry and other wizard-like services as part of promotional work for the city of Christchurch.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't even know people had.
What did he say?
All right, here we go. I'm looking here. Oh, a quote from the wizard here. I love women. I forgive them all the time. I've never struck one yet. Never strike a woman because they bruise too easily is the first thing, and they'll tell the neighbors and their friends, and then you're in big trouble, end quote. He said at a screening of a show in New Zealand.
I mean, he should know, being a wizard, that if you're going to really do something, you got to magic missile him. Because it always hits, and you don't have to even roll.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Wow. I see this guy's picture, too. He looks very wizardry.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yep.
I can't believe that it's 2021, right?
Yeah. And so then they still got a wizard on the payroll.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I guess
that's quite the article by him. I'm just scrolling.
Oh, it is. No, there's a lot
Good.
there.
Well, I mean, it's NPR. They know their people read, but I want pictures, you fucks.
Yeah, I there's quite a bit about this guy. This isn't just a real quick blurb. There's actually they go into the history of the guy and all this, which I'm not going to do. But speaking of history,
wow. I pull up Google Images because I said I want pictures, and there's quite a lot of this guy. Same outfit though.
Well, he's a wizard. What's he going to do?
I mean, wizards have new clothes to go, or they cast illusion spells.
Too much work.
Yeah, I don't like his pointy hat too.
Well, he's a wizard.
Yeah, but he looks like a Wicked Witch of the West.
Well, Gandalf wore a pointy hat.
Yeah, but it was kind of droopy too at the same time.
Yeah, okay.
Plus, Gandalf smoked chronic.
Listen, maybe this guy was this. Gandalf's older than this guy. Maybe his hat just doesn't have as much starch. If you catch my drift.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
I'm sure you can get something from the elves, though.
Yeah. Or just wizard himself up. Maybe I guess
for sure. Cast a little prestidigitation.
Wizardry works on everything except for your dingles.
Yeah.
So
it's one thing wizardry can't fix, Gandalf? Your broken dick.
And he's like, don't I know it?
Yeah, he's just sadly puffing on his chronic pipe.
Yep. All right, so
wizard.
Like I said, speaking of history, Hulu has ordered History of the World Part 2.
Really?
I guess it's going to be done kind of like a series, like a variety series.
Really?
Mel Brooks is writing it and executive producing, along with Nick Kroll, Wanda Sykes, Ike Barinholtz, David Stassen, and Kevin Salter, who's committed to 8 episodes so far.
It's either
I'll tell
going to
you
be
what
awesome or it's
scares
going to be terrible.
Yeah, the one thing that scares me is Mel Brooks writing it.
Me. Oh, I just died.
Because we live in 2021 and I'm not sure Mel Brooks is going to be able to write a show that isn't really offensive.
I mean, that's true.
Because, he's still from that school where things, were different. So hopefully they'll have someone kind of working with him, like these other comedians or whatever, will kind of work with him to,
I mean, the one thing I will give Mel Brooks, though, is he knows comedy.
Yeah.
So if someone makes something that's a little more modern, but it's still funny, he'll probably be down for it.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Is I that's why I said I think it's important to have other people involved in the process.
He's got to be so old now.
Yeah, he's I don't know, 700, 800 years old, I think.
Speaking of wizardry, I was there 3,000 years ago.
Right. It's set in modern times, and he's still doing the "it's good to be king" thing.
Yeah, right. Exactly. He's 95.
Yep.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, Social Security isn't what it used to be, Tony. You gotta keep working. No, I'm with you. It's like I'm very much like this. This either could turn out really funny or really bad.
Yeah,
I
don't think there's going to be any gray area in this one.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm figuring too. So
it scares me, Brian.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I'll be honest. All right, and I got what do we got here? All right. So did you see? And I'm not going to go into the whole why and all this other stuff. Like, you can look a lot of this up yourself, or I'll have an article if you want to read this. Did you see FX is canceling Y the Last Man?
No.
After the season? Yeah, it looks like the thing I read earlier said something along the lines of that since they've been developing it since 2018 and they're not sure what they want to do with it going forward.
Right.
That basically it's costing them a lot of money because they've had people on the payroll this whole time.
Man, I haven't even started watching it yet.
I haven't either. And the rumor I read earlier is that it may be something that could get moved to HBO Max.
I mean, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. So, it may not be dead yet, but
I'm not dead yet.
Yeah, but it looks like after this season, the part I think though it sucks is it almost sabotages it to go forward, because if you tell someone, well, I think they've put out like 6 or 8 episodes of it, so it's
right.
Or no, it's only 8 episodes I think long. I think 10 episodes is the season. Okay, because I would say I don't know how many episodes there are, but it was like if you're only like 4 or 5 in, it's like I could see some people going, well, I'm not going to bother to keep watching it. I'm not going to get invested.
Yeah, like well, shit, it's canceled. Why would I want to?
Yeah, there's tons of other good
to do with that.
Yeah, there's other shows I want to watch. I'll just move on. But it's
like the Sopranos.
I mean, if you haven't watched it, I guess.
Right.
But for those of us who've watched it, I'd
watch it again, Brian. It's so good.
No, there's other shit I should be watching.
No. I say thee nay. Sit down, New Zealand Gandalf. Isn't Gandalf just New Zealand, or New Zealand Gandalf's just Gandalf because that's where they filmed the movies?
True. Yeah.
I wonder if that guy felt threatened.
Dude, wouldn't it have been
Saruman and Gandalf were there?
Yeah. Wouldn't have been hilarious for the article if they would have just had a picture of Gandalf.
That would have been awesome.
Like, wait a minute.
Wait,
I don't know about this.
Isn't that what's his name? Whose name? The guy who played Magneto, whose name I don't remember.
Ian McKellen.
Yeah, isn't that Ian McKellen?
Yep.
And fucking
sure is.
Dracula.
He's just real drunk roaming around the countryside.
Yeah, right.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, Christopher Lee doing wizard standoffs in the middle of bars.
Wouldn't surprise me, even though he's dead. He probably still is doing that stuff.
Right? Is Christopher Lee dead?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that sucks.
No more, heavy metal Christmas albums.
Right? How disappointing.
Yep. All right. So, so we watched the Black Adam teaser, I should say. It's not really a trailer; it's a teaser. that The Rock posted during DC's Fandom. And what'd you think?
I think it looks pretty cool. I'll be honest.
Yeah, that's pretty badass. The guy approaches him, and I'm spurling the teaser. I'm not spurling anything else, but like a guy approaches Black Adam, and he just grabs the guy by the throat and just electrocutes the guy and turns him into dust, basically.
Yeah, it was pretty. It's cool to see The Rock be a badass again.
Right,
You know, because I mean, he was a really, really poorly animated badass in the Scorpion King. Or was that the Mummy 2 and then the Scorpion King? I don't remember.
Yeah, he was definitely in the Scorpion King.
He's had so long of him being like the big, funny, goofy action star.
Right.
That it's kind of cool to see him be a badass.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why when they first cast him in the role, I was a little like, because I was a little afraid that it's like Black Adam's not a fuck around making jokes character. Like that character's badass.
Yeah.
Like it's really, you know, and then it's like, okay, well, and then it's like, well, you know, if they're taking it seriously and the casting in the movie is cool. I love the casting of Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate.
As Dr. Fate is a good cast. Speaking of GoldenEye,
Yeah.
is a good move.
Yeah, I thought so too. And, you know, I can't wait to see how that all turns out because that's going to be a lot of CG, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, yeah, it looks, I'm in, you know, looks like something I'm down for.
I mean, it's kind of cool that DC's starting to figure shit out.
Yeah, I hope so. Because, you know, from the comic book fan in me, it's like, you know, you don't want to keep having to suck down these awful movies.
Right.
You know, and they've had a few that have, you know,
sucked ass.
And then some that have just been so bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Speaking of DC movies, we also watched the Batman trailer. This is the main trailer for it, though. So this was no longer a teaser. This was like the full-on trailer.
Right.
So what'd you think of that?
Once again, I thought it was pretty cool. It got me excited for the movie. I really need to watch it on my I watched it on my phone. I need to watch it again on my my TV.
Yeah,
I know I missed some stuff.
Right, probably. There's some Easter eggs or something probably in there or whatever.
But I mean, I was a little like, I don't know about Twilight, dude. I don't know. It might be all right.
Apparently, the internet's referring to him as Pattinson.
That's kind of
because
good.
his last name is Pattinson.
Yeah, that's kind of good.
So, yeah. I agree. There's something about the mask on the cowl. Like, I don't know what it is. There's something about it that the shape of it bugs me.
Right.
But as far as him as Batman, it didn't seem to bother me. I think he still looks like a, you know, I don't know. I still don't buy him as Bruce Wayne when they showed a couple shots of him with his, you know, long broody hair and whatever. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that turns out in the movie. But I love like Colin. Oh shit, I can't think of his name as the Penguin.
Colin Mockery.
No, Colin Mockery. Yes.
Colin Firth.
I don't remember. Farrell. Thank you. I was like, God damn it. Yeah. Was cool. Catwoman looked all right. You know.
Yeah, and I mean, he looks like I want to say in the fuck is that guy's name?
Colin Mockery.
This guy.
Oh, good for you.
That guy.
Oh shit.
What's his name? The guy who was just Bruce Wayne. Where is he? Why did you say that name?
Yeah, because he's a guy from American Psycho. I cannot think of his name though.
Yeah, this guy though.
Christian Bale.
Oh,
Christian Bale.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Jesus, I cannot believe neither of us can remember his fucking name.
Like it looks like there's more like, I mean, and just to boil it down, more karate action in this than in the Christian Bale ones.
Yeah,
which
true.
is what Batman should be doing.
Yeah. One of the scenes that I thought was fucking dope as hell was and I'm sure it's probably been done in some other movie or whatever already. But when he's in the like little area with the guys where it's kind of dark, and then they fire the machine gun or like the gun at him, and the muzzle flash is what's lighting the scene, and you just see him moving around.
Yeah.
And there's less guys each time, basically. I thought that was pretty dope looking, because you don't get to see him actually kick their ass, but you see it's like Flash, there's 3 of them, Flash, there's 2 of them, Flash, there's only 1 left.
Right.
I thought that was pretty cool because that felt like something they would have done on like Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, for sure. Or even like honestly, you could do it panel by panel in a comic book too.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool.
I mean, maybe it is inspired by comic book panels because I could see someone doing that. Right.
So yeah, I as much as I didn't think I would be, I mean, I'm in for this. Right. I'm interested at least.
Yeah, that's where I'm at because I've been kind of like I don't know about fucking Sparkle Boys.
I'm very, very curious about like the Riddler character also because they don't give you a lot of the Riddler in the trailer.
No.
But it's obviously there because you see the little question mark in the mug of coffee.
I only hope he's just like emulating what Jim Carrey did.
I'm pretty sure that's not how they're going for this one. But...
Oh shit!
And Jeffrey Wright is
out.
Jeffrey Wright is Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if he's Commissioner Gordon or what he is in this because like after that last series where they were like we're gonna show him as this and then he or on Gotham where he you have to watch him get promoted, so it's like whatever. But we'll just say Gordon, I guess.
Yeah.
The Bare Naked Ladies album.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pig.
Old Gordo.
I think Gordo's Wilbur. Fuck.
Wilbur. Son of a bitch.
I was thinking the Gordon's Fisherman because he's a pig.
No.
You didn't know that, did you? There's a pig. There's a pig wearing a clever fisherman's costume on every box of Gordon's fish sticks.
They always get you.
They always get you.
It's because there's a lot of pork in those fish sticks.
I know, it's weird.
If you look at the ingredients, it's like 100% pork,
it's like,
or 99% pork, panko.
Exactly. Fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more pork than breading.
Yeah.
It's fucked up, really. Actually, the pork is the breading.
Right. Oh, yeah, pork rinds, right?
Fuck yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. And dick skin.
Yeah, and dick skin. Mostly dick skin.
Mostly dick skin.
Yeah. Shit, what was I going to say? Oh, I saw, like, there was all this excitement of, I don't remember when it was, a few days ago or whatever, that there was, at the DC fandom thing, they also released, like, a teaser for the Flash movie.
Oh, okay.
And, and I saw this thing that was like, oh, my God, it was so good to see Keaton as Batman again. And I'm like, oh, shit, first look kind of thing. And I watched it, and I was like, oh, he narrates it, and they show the back of the bat suit.
Oh, well, what?
I was like, that doesn't count.
Yeah, I was like, that's not it at all.
No, it doesn't count until you actually see him. Like, he's doing a thing of dialogue, and there's like 3 flashes behind him, and one of them is like, or 2 flashes, I don't remember. And one's like, so are you in? And I was waiting for him to turn around, and I figured that'd be the big holy shit moment at the end, right? No. Absolutely not. We have to wait longer to see that. That's why I didn't mention to you about watching that one, because I was like, it pissed me off more than it excited me.
Yeah, it's like I have it pulled up right now.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just some dude on stage talking.
Yeah, it doesn't really do much else for me.
Yeah,
so
skip ahead a little here. Just for our, Salty Language pod on the YouTubes, anyone who's watching can be disappointed as well.
Right.
I mean, I'm not even really paying attention to it. It doesn't look great.
Okay. Yeah. So
it's there.
The last trailer we watched was and this I just saw was announced yesterday or today, I think. Well, it wasn't announced, but this was the trailer dropped. Was for Hitmonkey from Marvel.
That's what I'm pulling up. Why is my fucking caps lock on?
Hitmonkey is the next animated series on Hulu from Marvel. Looks to be, a mature title. And it looks like there's, a hitman, and when he dies, his spirit gets bonded with a monkey, who then is basically taking out vengeance for the hitman and goes around killing killers. And people, I saw the reactions were very much like, even on like Up Rocks and different stuff where I saw it, they're very much wanting to pretend like this is Archer meets something else. And I'm like, yeah, the problem with Archer being anything other than Archer
Right.
is that it could go too far. And that's my only fear in this. It's Jason Sudeikis as the hitman guy.
Right.
It's like, I just hope they're careful with the dialogue to where it's not all about his snarky dialogue.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of snarky dialogue in the trailer. But having said that, I'm 100% watching this when it drops.
Is Hitmonkey based off of Marvel property?
Yes.
I was totally unaware of this until
tonight. They actually had a Deadpool set that came with Hitmonkey.
Really?
Yeah, there might be a Funko Pop of it, if I'm not mistaken, because I think I missed out on getting it.
I had no idea this was a thing.
Yeah, I believe, I can't remember. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's Monkey Assassin. That's not Hitmonkey.
Two different things.
No, it is. Like, I'm looking at the Funko Pops. There's a Funko Pop of a Monkey Assassin, but it's not Hitmonkey. It's not the property
naturally
of Hitmonkey. But there is a Deadpool set that's Deadpool and Hitmonkey together. So
wow.
I'm not
maybe
seeing
Deadpool will like have his cartoon debut in Hitmonkey. That'd be cool.
That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? That'd be a good season 1 cliffhanger,
right,
for the end of the season. You have Deadpool show up or something. I doubt it will, because Deadpool, the character Deadpool as an animated series would have its own value to where I could see Marvel not wanting to drop it.
For sure, right?
Yeah.
Good old Hitmonkey.
Yep. I do appreciate that Jason Sudeikis' character has a dialogue with the monkey, though.
Yes.
So, where's it? Here we go. There was a one-shot released in print format Hitmonkey first appeared in Hitmonkey #1, which was a digital comic. Then the one-shot was released in print format a week later. Then he was featured in a 3-issue arc in Deadpool 19 to 21. So, and then there's been, some other stuff too. But, where is it? An unnamed assassin was marked for death after his part in a failed political coup. After blowing up a squad of enemy soldiers, he decides to run for his life. Passed out in the snow after 4 days of fleeing, he was rescued by a troop of Japanese macaques. The monkeys allowed the assassin into their clan, with the exception of a lone monkey. The man knew that he would be hunted, so he trained daily using snowmen as training dummies. Quietly, the monkey that distrusted him watched, and eventually picked up on the fighter's skills. The assassin's health began to fail, and as the tribe of monkeys tried to save him, the lone monkey objected, eventually fighting the rest of the group with his newfound skills. Because of the violence he displayed, the monkey was banished from his clan.
Wow.
However, on his own, he saw a group of men on their way to kill the assassin. He tried to run back and warn his tribe, but it was too late. The assassin had been killed as well as the rest of the monkeys. Furious at his clan's slaughter, the monkey picked up extra guns from a bag and proceeded to kill the entire group of men. Determined to avenge his fallen tribe, the monkey now dedicated his life to killing assassins under the alias of Hitmonkey.
All right, fair enough.
Right?
Hitmonkey it is.
I'm in. Fuck yeah.
Wow. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it actually does. I very much want, can't wait. And it drops in I think mid-November, I think is what it said.
A month out.
Yeah. So
nice.
Soon. Man, within a month, we're going to have Hawkeye, Book of Boba Fett, Hitmonkey. I mean,
yeah, I'll be in season 2 of The Sopranos in a month.
Dude, forget The Sopranos. You got to move stuff. You can come back to The Sopranos. It'll be there. It'll be there. All right. So I got one other thing here.
What you got?
But I feel like this could easily turn into something we talk about for too long.
Oh, geez.
So the question is, do you want to do a side segment that we release and let people listen to if they want to listen to it? I can tell you what it is, and you can make the decision if you want.
I mean, given the time, maybe not.
We should probably do the Q of the W.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to the Q of the W, and then we'll decide on the other.
All right. Well, last week we asked y'all prime you versus prime parent versus prime grandparent.
Mm-hmm.
Who wins in this Royal Rumble?
Right.
Well, I can tell you who didn't win. Us. So we got nothing on Facebook or Instagram.
Man.
And I promoted
Apparently-
it multiple times in our story, you sons of bitches.
You did. I saw you, yeah. Nobody wanted to choose violence,
Nobody
I
wanted
guess.
to choose violence. Everyone went the way of the pacifist.
Wow.
At least on the answers I typically read.
All right. Fair enough. Well, I got one.
I said it earlier.
You make me sad.
Did you have anything on Instagram?
Nothing.
Nothing? Sad.
Sad.
All right. Well, Cheeto sent in his answer.
Old,
and-
reliable Cheeto, which, although, by the way, 3 years since I met that guy in real life.
I know, that was
Already.
wild.
How is that
Yeah.
possible?
I don't know. It sure doesn't feel that way, but it holds.
It does.
You know, because he was like, hey, it was this birthday, and now it's this
that's
birthday.
crazy
so-
to me that it's been 3 years since him and I had brunch.
Yeah. Right.
Fucking
It sure doesn't
insane.
seem that way, but it makes sense, I
Yeah.
guess. So-
Anywho.
All right. So he says he'll probably go with his grandfather. He was never a big guy, about 5'8", 140, 150 pounds, but he was a tough son of a bitch in his prime. He was born in 1932, grew up during the Depression to a mother that left when he was 2, and a dad who was a coal miner / drinker / card gambler that left for days at a time, leaving the kids to fend for themselves. He rebuilt his first engine at the age of 9, moved out and started selling used cars at 15, and to hear him tell it, the girls would climb out of their windows to go for a ride with me.
That's a great
I love that.
line.
That's such an old-timey line, but it's so
Yeah, that's
good.
a good one.
Yeah. He says as far as fighting, he used his words or a gun more than his fists, and he wasn't afraid to fight dirty if he thought he was going to get his ass beat. He's still kicking and getting on the best he can after all these years.
Nice.
Yeah. And, yeah, well, good on him. And, congrats for still kicking, Gramps.
I know, right? I miss my grandparents, if I'm being honest.
That's my thing with grandfathers. Mine were all dead before I was born.
Yeah.
So I never had the grandfather bond
Right.
that, I had 3 grandmas though, because my mom's dad had remarried. So I had a step grandma and then, my mom's mom and my dad's mom. But unfortunately, my mom's mom died when I was 3.
Mm.
So I have very little to no memory of her aside from pictures,
Right.
My step grandmother died when I was 17, something like that. And then oddly enough, even with all these that have died, my other grandmother still kicking at 104.
Man. 104.
Yeah.
Damn.
So it's just interesting how there was all that other younger death essentially. And this one's just, she's apparently immortal.
Yeah,
So
exactly, right?
yeah. So, but yeah, so that's what I got. That's
Fair
it,
enough.
man. That's it, man.
Okay.
It's all right. Let's see what we got here. I need to get some more questions. 1 through 8.
Let's go 8. Let's go to the very back of the
8?
list.
All right. What is one of your bad day hacks? So, like, if you're having a bad day, what do you do to, turn it around, basically? Or at least to me, this would be like, or just even make it better,
Right.
not necessarily fix it, but, so when your head hits the pillow at night, you can be like, well, there was at least this,
I mean, I've reached a point in my life where if I have a bad day, I try not to let that shit bother me for very long.
Right.
Because it's just like you hit a point, I'm just like, I'm too old to worry about this shit anymore.
Yeah.
So my best thing when I have bad days is I'll either throw on like a classic comedy that I just love, and it's familiar,
Right.
or I just play some music.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even have to be like like don't worry, be happy, like nothing like that. Like I could throw on some of the like most brutal metal, and it just kind of turns the ship around.
Well, that makes sense because, there's been studies done on music that basically, no matter what genre it is, if it's something you enjoy, turning it on, you release, happy endorphins.
Right.
What? So that makes a ton of sense. And it's also a very, commonly used tool for people with depression and such as well. It's put on music that you really dig.
I've been finding myself going down this weird rabbit hole, Brian, where I look up on Spotify old like soundtracks I used to own.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, I'll start listening. I'll be like, oh, I forgot about this like weird Marilyn Manson deep cut from this horror movie soundtrack that I bought or whatever, Yeah,
right. Yep.
Yeah, it's just like it just brings back memories.
Makes sense. I still own all of mine. All my CDs are still sitting in my storage.
Mine, unfortunately, are no longer with me because they got in the great basement flood of whatever year that was.
Yeah. Understand. Yeah. I'll be honest, if I knew of a great way of getting rid of them without just, putting them in trash bags, I would probably get rid of them at this point.
Yeah.
But because at any point now, it's kind of like I look at some of the DVD sets I have. Like I still have all like the full run pretty much of Futurama. I don't have a couple of, or no, I'm sorry. I have like the first 7 seasons and then a couple of the movies they did.
Right.
I think there's like 1 or 2 more seasons that I never bought because I don't know if they ever put them out on DVD. And it was like, I'm looking at them the other day and I'm like, I can stream all of that now. Anytime I want, it's available somewhere. Because if one service loses it, someone else picks it up.
And that's the one thing that really got me like into buying vinyl is like it's hard to replicate that like vinyl experience.
Yeah. Right.
The
because
giant
it's engineered too.
The artwork and the albums you open up, and then you got to flip the record, and
there's something about sliding it out of that.
Yeah, it just feels good, man.
Yeah, there's something
because I missed owning music.
Yeah, I understand.
So, but I hear you though, because I mean, like I was just saying, I like the weird D. Snyder horror movie Strangeland had a really good soundtrack, and like I listened to it a couple days ago, and I was like, God, I forgot how much I used to love the soundtrack.
Right. Yeah. I don't know if I ever owned it because I probably did because if nothing else, I probably burned a copy.
I probably burned a copy for you, or like Brian, you go listen to this.
Yeah, I know I listened to it because we definitely listened to that together and stuff. So I don't know if I have a copy or not. I probably do, but I couldn't tell you because, like I said, all my stuff's just in a giant box. Because I remember somebody lifted because I have like all my CDs in like 1 or 2 boxes basically. Right. It's a big box.
Yeah, of course. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Nice box.
So my answer for the Q of the W, actually, it's very similar to like you said, because if I'm just having a real shit go of things, music is the easiest way to move yourself into a different mood, I think.
Yeah.
For most people. So if you're just not to mention, it's like, think about it, right? Like you go to work, it's just a shit day, blah, blah, blah. Where's the first thing you can really do to change your mood? As soon as you get in your vehicle, you turn, you stream, you turn on the radio, whatever, you find something you really like, and there you go. It can really start to turn things around for you, or help you let things go, whatever, So, honestly, like that would be the first thing. The other thing would be like to do a little meditation,
right?
Because sometimes you can kind of feel yourself like really getting immersed in just, when it's one of those days where it's just a pile-on day.
Yeah.
It's like thing after thing. It's like you need a halftime kind of a thing. And that's why I've always been such an advocate for people like during your lunch hour, get the hell out of where you work.
Right.
Don't sit at your desk and eat. Just get out of there because literally that's halftime.
Yeah.
Go get a change of scenery, stare at some nature, whatever, put on some music, and then come back in, hopefully a little refreshed.
One of the reasons it really bothers me when I'm on break and my boss starts trying to talk to me about shit coming up after break. It's like, bro, I'm on break,
Yeah.
The point I have to pull my earbud out so you can talk to me.
Right? It's like the reason it's called break is it's a break from work.
Yeah. Please go away.
Yeah. Give me my 5 minutes. Yeah. or whatever it is, half an hour. I don't know what your break is, but
half an hour.
Because some people get 15 minutes, some get half an hour, some get like enough time to use the bathroom, basically.
I mean, but if I'm being real, my guy and I would take about 40 minutes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Everybody else,
right? Yeah. Well, you got to go make some squinchers or something.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it on.
I just cannot say squinchers without thinking of Squanchy from Rick and Morty.
That's fair.
You really squanched this one up. So there you go. So, my stuff's mostly rooted in, like I said, kind of the mental health run of stuff. But you find once you learn those tools, they really do work really well, which is one of the cool things about a lot of people being able to listen to music at their desk and stuff too, is sometimes, if your coworker's irritating the shit out of you, you can, put on a good song or maybe some song and think about, kicking their ass or something.
Yeah. Grabbing them by the face, Tony Soprano style.
Right. Or like you said, video games have always been a go-to also. How many times, I don't know how many times after work where I'd come home and I was just mad. It's like, well, I'm going to play some Madden because I'm going to go crush that offense or whatever, or I'm going to play GTA and just do
Call of Duty or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's, because that ping is the most satisfying thing when I'm having a bad day.
I had a bad day.
Oof, boy. Oof. What is that? There's some show that has, is it Sopranos? That has a similar, there's some show that their intro song is like that.
Not Sopranos, because that's like, woke up this morning.
Yeah, that's right. There's some show maybe I'm thinking of X-Files.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, before it hits that part. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. But yeah, let's wrap it up, I guess.
So what we're saying is, if you had a bad day, how do you, what's the wording?
I don't even remember. What is one of your bad day hacks?
There you go, bad day hacks.
Show me what you got.
Do it.
Do it.
What?
Fucking do it.
Do it. All right. So head on over to saltylanguage.com. Check out the links. You can find the link there to the network we're part of. Tangent Bound Network, which can be found at tangentboundnetwork.com. So please go check out the other shows there. I was so waiting for you to do that. You had a bad Oh, shit.
Do you think we could get Mystical to re-record as just tangent, motherfucker?
Probably not. Well, I don't know. I mean, he was in town not that long ago. We had a shot.
Was he?
Yeah.
He was like, bro, I just need you to yell Tangent Bound. To be like, what? You're like, just do it, Mystical.
Yeah. Like, I'll give you $20.
Exactly. $20 and a Fago.
Yeah. I'm like, all right.
Jeez, the Red Pop? Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it'd be like Rock and Ride. Be like, fuck you.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
Like, don't they all cost the same? Yeah, but I ain't getting into my Red Pop or my Rock and Rye, archives for you.
Right.
Jeez. All right. So, yeah, head on over there. Check out the past episodes. You can find the enthusiast episodes we've done. If you want to talk to us on social media, you can find us on Twitter at salty_language. You can find me at Stunami on Instagram and Twitter.
You can find me at The Monotony on Instagram. And you can find this video on Salty Language Pod on YouTube. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this episode. Smash that subscribe button if you didn't.
I like it. And quote our pal Rambo, tell a friend, tell an enemy. I don't fucking care.
Accurate.
Yeah. Actually, that's probably not quite a quote. So Rambo, if you're listening, I'm sorry for butchering that.
He's a butcher now. He gets it.
Right. I didn't even. That was not intentional, but
you say
whatever.
meat tensional?
Meat tensional. Yeah. That's terrible. That was so bad. Oof. All right.
That's gonna be my. That's gonna be my burger place. Meat tensions.
Tensions.
No, it's meat tensions.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, until next week, Have a beer, you'll be fine.
Have a high life even, but also stay salty.
That's really funny because my final one here was I was going to say keep living the low life.
I mean, that's fair.